Hi guys and girls, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. Guys, we have the house tour. This is 99% done. We just need to put a little bit of artwork up. So this was actually filmed over the course of 2 days. So you may see the nail colour changes, but we are here. And as you say, this, if you remember from the original house tour, this was bright orange when we first come in here. So I hope you guys can see a little bit of a difference. I will check in with you along the way. But for now, let's get into the house.
Welcome to the bathroom. This is a little bathroom. We haven't actually had to do much to this, bar some accessories. So we've put 2 shelves up in here that previously had little ones and it was a tad short, so we've got a little hole, but you know what? That does not matter. We have obviously the toilet. We changed it to matte black accessories with a little bath mat there. And then here, of course, we have our selection of Lush candles because you can only have Lush in the bathroom. I mean, when you see the bath products, you'll know that I love Lush. Always a fresh bunch of flowers on there. And here we just have 2 little hand creams. And then the 2 Buddhas. These will normally have, that would have a tea light and that would have a tea light. But for now, I haven't stocked up. And this is just kind of like my little jewellery dish. These were from our friends in our little like housewarming pamper package. These were from you guys as well. So we are very, very thankful. We have our bathroom rules. Bathroom rules just sitting there as soon as you come in. Of course, we have the heated towel rail. You've got Dan's, mine, and then the little handrail and our scales in the corner. And then moving around, as I say, we've kept all of the same fixtures. So we actually haven't had to do much to this. We've just got our toothbrushes, everyone else's toothbrushes. We've got toothbrushes galore for when people stay. This is new though. This was from Argos, a slimline mirrors unit, which is fabulous because you've got a full length mirror there as well. So we absolutely love that. And as I say, we've got body lotions and body butters and micellar waters and cleansing and Dan's beard bits, tooth bits, mouthwash, more skincare and hair care, and then Dan's travel bag at the top there. And then of course we have our shower with the motto, get naked. Shower, I'm slowly becoming a shower person, don't get me wrong. I still do absolutely love my baths, but for now a shower will have to do. So at the top we have Dan's bits and his beard bits and the shampoo, and then we have our basically just the communal shower gels for everyone, and everyone's got their own little body poof. And then there we've got the exfoliating glove. Shower hat is essential for when I don't want to get the barnet wet. And this, guys, is probably the best invention I have ever found. Does anyone know what it is? It is a footrest. So you can pop your foot on there when you're shaving and you're not sliding everywhere, because I'm very clumsy. And yeah, it was kind of like a hazard just waiting to happen. So I picked that little baby up on Amazon for £20, and absolutely it makes a dream. What do we think of the glass, guys? I've come home and Dan said, see what you think, I've done the glass. And I think he's done a bloody good job. I'll have to ask him how he's done it. I am horrendous at glass, where I will openly admit it. Then here we have our prints. That was again, a very, very lovely gift from one of you guys. And Hamish will sit, you can sit in your bathtub, my friend, because I haven't got one. But I love these. As I say, they will forever be a part of the home. And then on the back of the door, we have our little towel rail, again, to put surplus towels. And then we have dressing gowns. Dan normally does have his snuddy here, but at the moment his snuddies all live upstairs. But yes, as I say, I am so, so happy with the colour that we ended up going into. And I think it definitely just gives it a slightly modern vibe. I love it, guys. That is our bathroom. And next, my lovelies, we have probably creaky door, but one of the biggest transformations. The kitchen. Guys, if you remember how this was at the beginning, I think we've done, well, we didn't put the kitchen in, but we obviously had a whole new kitchen in here. So it's kind of split into two parts. We have, of course, the oven, complimentary Highland cow tea towel, of course. Our hob, guys, this hob is used all the goddamn time. We absolutely love it. We've just got the little resting rack and then our big chopping boards. We always have our little stag, kind of like a glass protector, but just when we put the spoons on there once we've done the cooking and everything. And then this is one little corner of the kitchen. So we really wanted something to show drink and our travels. We have little decanter sets there. I wanted to keep my seasonal bits out, hence Christmas and autumn. And yeah, we've got, of course, a Highland cow. We have a candle. We've got our Jingle Bell ball for always. That is Dan's grandparents, so it's gone pride of place within the kitchen. And we also have all of the baking bits and that. And then you move around here and it's tea, coffee, drink. We've got the little St. Lucia and Cuba portraits, thermostat, and our little pastas and rices. Moving over, we have our cocktails and the new boiler. The boiler was a big thing as well in here, guys, we had to get done. So yes, I love these. These are from B&M, by the way. So we have the glass selection there. And then moving around here, as I say, we've got our utensils and our chopping boards and the clock. We love the blooming clock. We do indeed. Our little draining area. And then when you look over to this side, this is kind of like, I don't know, this is like the fun side, I think. So again, new kitchen, new appliances. Yes, our fridge is probably tacky to some with all the magnets, but hey ho. This is the bookcase. So we've got, again, seasonal vases in here, all of our vitamins. And then, oh, there's me. And yes, the garden still does have a bit of rubbish. We have all various sections of books in here, my lovelies. Baking, cocktails, kits, the wok, the whole shebang. And then obviously we have our fridge freezer, our little coffee corner. That is just our little disposable barbecue, because hopefully the weather's going to get a bit better and we don't yet have the barbecue. That will be the next big purchase for the house. And then this is kind of like our little funky stamp of Halloween always. Our little coffin wine holder. We do actually need to get rid of those two bottles. We may or may not have opened them. And then coming around to this little corner, this is kind of our makeshift utility room. Laundry room. So we just have our little laundry baskets with all of the stuff that we need, all the good stuff that Mum helps me with. Dan's also got his bird feeding stuff at the moment because he wants to put a bird feeder on the back of that wall. We've got the ironing board. And then here we just have a little weekly planner that we need to put the food on. And then, of course, our apron holder, complete with apron and oven gloves. But yeah, I definitely feel this room has definitely had the biggest transformation. Of course, we've got our normal bin and our recycling. But yeah, guys, I love the kitchen. The kitchen, as you know, me and Dan love food. This is like the crux of the house. And yeah, as I say, bar the fridge, people might think it's tacky, but we blooming will love it. I actually still need to take the cellophane off the doors. Look at that. But yeah, absolutely love it. Absolutely love the bookcase. We've got all the stuff there for the baking, the cake racks. As I say, that's a bit of drink and everything that we need. The garden, that will be the next project. We're on the last bit of cardboard, guys. But yeah, vitamins, the big cooking Bibles. And yeah, what do we think? As I say, that's our new little coffee corner. And then, of course, the alcohol corner. I would probably show you the covers. I still need to finesse them slightly. So they will probably come in another vlog or potentially a separate video of let's go through my kitchen drawers together, eh? My lovelies, that is our kitchen all completed. And now up we go with the stairs. As I say, with the hallway Hello. We don't quite know what we're doing with this mirror yet. We want it to kind of go up so that we can put artwork on the back and see how it goes. But yes, how different is this from when we first come in? We've gone to the white bulbs instead of the yellow. And as I say, yeah, this might just get sat on a little bit higher, and then we're going to have a little bit of artwork above the light. That is the plan. That is the plan. And then you come up and dun dun dun, what room are we going to go in first? And now, my lovelies, the filming room, which is one of my favourite. Guys, look at the Scandals with Shan bit. Look! So, of course, we have our IKEA chair, which is infamous for Scandals with Shan. And then we have just a little different bits and bobs. We've got the coffin-shaped bookcases with all of the travel skulls, which there will be some getting added to that. I have a little crystal section here with the little Halloween ghost and our little book of, which, yes, there probably will be more of those coming also. And then this I loved. I found on Temu, I think. So I've just put in all of the little crystals and like the quirky bits and bobs we've got while we've been away. And then we have the little shelf. I love this. This is actually a vase holder, but I haven't found any plants I want to put in it just yet. So we're just leaving that section as it is at the moment. I do need to have, it needs a cushion, doesn't it? A cushion and a throw. We'll get there. We will get there. And then I have my flickering lights from Shein or TikTok. I think it was TikTok, with another skull. And then we have the many shelves of crime books. So these are the ones that Dada has bought me along the years. And then down here, this is the start of the Ryan Green True Crime collection that one of you lovelies very kindly purchased off my Amazon wish list. And once I build up that collection, these will be getting moved along, and they may slightly go up there. I might change this about, I'm not too sure yet. But yes, we have then all of the Jamie King books, along with some of the other ones. I've got my little remote and bell just hiding behind there. And then on the bottom shelf, we have, these are kind of like the true crime and, yeah, basically true crime. Pottery Cottage, Hidden Valley, Life Inside. Yes, I'm actually looking forward to reading My Brother the Killer. I cannot wait for that one. And then as you span around to this side, we've still kind of got a little bit of Scandals with Shan vibe with the skulls. But this is, let me just back out a little bit so you can see, this is the dressing area, guys. Absolutely love it. I am hopeless at hoovering. Don't ask me to get the, like, you know, all the little lines, and no, I just hoover. So here we have the shelving that Dan's put up. An amazing job. Hello, it's me here. And up the top we've got the skulls. These are kind of like the ride or die skulls. These are the ones I've had longest. This one I've had since my 18th birthday. So he's gone pride of place. And then down here, I didn't really know what to do for this shelf. I wanted it slightly quirky. So I've got my globe, that's a lamp. Me in Mexico, my little guitar. It's actually a lunchbox, so I'm going to have it as a bag. My Banksy print, and then again, this was from a TikTok shop. Along with my roses. These were very kindly gifted to me, guys. And I have my blue one still at Mum's. Again, more travel skulls. Then I have my, again, more skulls that I got for birthdays and Christmases. I have my daughter shelf, bits and bobs from Mum. Moving down, I have my little trésor with, yes, more skulls. And then we move down and I have my little dogs. Little dogs and a nice little, I don't know what you'd call it, a hanging decorative piece. But I believe that was what Brogan or Keeley got me. But I haven't got anywhere yet to put it. And then over here, this is all my band tees. Band tees from concerts, if me and Mum have been to shows. That's like the memory side. And then, yes, here we have the dressing table. Again, it's not really much difference from the one I had at Mum's. It's just smaller. quite a bit smaller actually. It is, I think it's about 60 centimetres smaller. So you know with mum's it would probably have gone the length of that wall. But we've still got all the necessities. We've got the skincare. I didn't really want to change too much of my setup of this. But of course, we've got the new little chair. Absolutely love that. And then the windowsill. I love this. This is my little hope section. Our little matching gonk. Flower. This, of course, was the room scent that we got from holiday. The candle that mum got me and the 2 gonks we picked up in Scotland. My LV and a globe as well. And then, of course, here is the wardrobes, which, again, I think you guys will see in another video. But, yes, I am very, very pleased with this room. It feels put together now. And if I just turn out the light, how cosy is that to be reading? Just snuggled in that chair, reading away. Oh, I'm in my element, guys. Bye bye filming room. See you soon. So, now my lovelies, this is the spare room, aka where everyone stays, where they come over, including Dan's children's little wardrobe. So we got these actually off of Canon. Sorry, my lovelies, Canon, why are you not focusing? There we go. I think because it's very light in here, the camera's having a little bit of a breakdown. But yes, we use this space because this used to actually be where the boiler was. So all of this has come out now. And I picked these up off of Amazon. And we thought, we tried it with the rails and it didn't seem to have as much space. So this is a little makeshift wardrobe for the little ones when they're here, alongside space in this, which is a mixture of clothes, bedding, some throws, good old IKEA, and a nice little rack to pop their books and that on when they're here. And then of course here we have the bed. We have another mirror. These were actually the wardrobe doors from my old wardrobe at mum's, so we're utilising them. And this bed is actually the ottoman lifting one. You can't really see it, but it is a gorgeous green velvet. I absolutely love that. And then also we have, who remembers this? Do you guys remember this from home? Well, we have brought this over here, and if I just pop it on, will it work? Let's have a look. Oh, I don't think I've got the batteries for it. Have I got to change batteries? Or has Dan actually took you out? I think Dan's turned you off. Yes, Dan has turned you off and it's behind there and I can't quite wedge in there. But that is normally like the kind of night light. But it's a very lovely little cosy room. So as I say, any visitors, any guests are always here. And of course inundated with plenty more cushions. So yeah, spare room for one. Any takers? And then our bedroom, and as you can see there is already a little light on him here, which you guys will see a little bit more. As I say, you walk in, this is the wardrobe, and then we have just a little bin with the cases. I feel up here is where the Swarovski unit's going to go. As I say, this still isn't fully completed, but it's literally just artwork and little like shelving units. Please ignore that. That's wrapping paper. That's where that goes. We have our little shelving over there. We just need a few more photo frames and bits and bobs. Again, another mirror in there. And then we have our shelf up here, which holds our projector, our speaker, and you actually probably can't, is it going to focus? Better together. I love that. Good old TikTok shop. Yes, there is countless dressing gowns on the back, and then our bed. And honestly guys, these lamps are the best thing we ever got, because number one, they can charge things and put USB ports in, so fabulous for said light, and they're just really cute. So yes, this, I mean, of an evening we actually don't normally have a light on, we just have that. It gives it a nice little pink hue. I don't know why it only goes in the closer you go to it. But yes, highly recommend these. I wish I could get them in every single room, to be honest, guys. But let's pop the light on. We are very, very happy with this. Let me just turn off the pink hue. And as I say, we don't know what to do yet with whether we're going to add something to the windowsill. Not too sure. As I say, I do think that this may be where the Swarovski cabinet goes, and then I have my little wardrobe in there. I can't show you too much at the bottom because I've actually purchased my birthday present already. Yes, I know, very impulsive. And then we've just got, oh, that's me kicking the bin. We just have my little bag storage, and then as I say, this is the bags and shoes, and that is all pyjamas, lingerie, hosiery, everything like that. So yes, this is our little humble abode of the bedroom. As I say, normally the cushions, they do vary, we shall see. But yeah, good old Mandalorian dressing gown. We've got the white company ones that Dan got us for Christmas. Oh, I've got a little snuddy on there, and then they're like my summer ones and my silk ones. But yeah, I love it. And then what we do, we put the plug into that, put the fire stick in, put the big sheet up, done, dusted. But Dan reckons we might actually be able to get away just on the curtains one day. So we shall see about that. But yes, that is our bedroom. And yes, I haven't took the cling film yet off of the living room door, my lovelies. But let's just pop around here and pop the light on. And this, my lovelies, is the living room. I love this room. This wall is very bare at the moment. We've got some artwork to put up, but we're not quite sure where to put it, there or there. And yes, you might notice the nails have changed. I'm filming this the day after because time just flew away from us last night. So as you walk in, we have the new curtains, and I love this lamp. Honestly, love it. You can click it down, you can click it up. Absolutely love it. And then we have a little drinks trolley over here with our remote stand on, and then the bottom, to be honest, just has normally like little books or whatever if anyone's round or what we're reading. Then we have our Kallax. The TV, a lot of people say the TV's too high. We wanted it there because we wanted a higher unit here to utilise the space. So yeah, that is why we have that there. I've got my gorgeous pumpkins that was knitted by Nia. We have our first home thing that we still haven't actually put our picture in. So for the moment, we've got the actor sitting in there. If you remember this little guy, he was from Next. Love that. And then in here, we've just got our potpourri, which is probably actually due a change. And then we've got some little bits from mine and Dan's travels together, and some solo bits like when I went with Mum. And then we have got two sections for Beauty and the Beast, as that is the favourite Disney film in this house. So everyone is putting their little bits and bobs in there. And then moving around here, I love this mirror. Again, it's got roses on the top, so we're kind of sticking with the Beauty and Beast theme. Not going to lie, the flowers have had better days, guys. I haven't got around to putting a fresh bunch in, but normally we always have a fresh bunch of flowers there. We have a little figurine here, and of course, our coffee and whiskey diffuser. Good old Home Bargains. Smells divine. Go give it a try. Don't knock it until you try it. We have our little Cows in Love. This was from Brogan and Liam for our little like housewarming package. And then we have this little guy that we picked up when we all went to Scotland. So he sits there along with two little White Company room sprays. Down here we have the fire, which is all prepped, ready for me to light when I get cozy after finishing filming and all of this. And as I say, that was very kindly a gift as well. And we also have Dan's wooden chess set. Now the sofas, we ended up going for two-seaters. Think that was probably as best as we could get with the space, but it's absolutely fine. And yes, we have the matching cushion to the print. And this print here sits there just above the dining table. So above the dining table, we've got our little gonk runner at the moment. And then we just have the 4 placemats out. There will always be a little bit of festivities in this house, my lovelies. Our little Christmas napkin holder. And then this is just a little middle bit that goes to the end when everyone's sitting down eating. And then moving around, so this corner, we still don't know what we're doing yet with this corner. We have the drinks trolley in, of course. And along here, we have the record sound system, of course the records and cassettes. And then these are little snow globes from the theme parks we've all been to, and some vases. But these walls here, they will probably start to get some artwork on them very, very soon. We've got about 5 pieces. We just don't know whether to put them here, the back wall, in the hallway. We're all still deciding that. And then, I love this. The bookcase, guys. Dun, dun, dun. The books on this will change because the ones that I've read, I'm actually going to pop maybe in the loft to make room for some that I've asked for my birthday. But just a quick little overview. Hanging up on the top is Dan's air rifle, and that's his black belt in karate. He just likes it as a little centerpiece at the moment. This is the travel and kind of adventure shelf. Moving into Twilight, moving into the little books, and everyone's favourite of Narnia. Coming down here also, we have, I cannot wait to start reading these Game of Thrones. Classic Harry Potters. I have the home book for my workbook, and also I have somewhere, or have I moved it? I did have the activity book. We shall see. But these are kind of like autobiographies where me and Mum have been at, books that we've picked up at shows and theatres, and of course my Vivian Westwood. And then this is kind of just like the start of all of my thrillers. In a way, kind of thrillers. What would you say? These aren't really thrillers. These are kind of like, I didn't really know where to put these ones, so they're there. We'll see. Down here is kind of like more biographies. That's still a fabulous book. And then this is like my selection of paperbacks, because I am actually getting into paperbacks as well at the moment. You know, guys, I always used to be funny, but I'm getting there. I look after them now. This is a actual pad that one of my lovelies got me for my birthday, and I think it deserves to sit there. This is kind of like skincare, poetry, kind of just like a random shelf, to be honest. I thought it fit in well with the bell. And then on the bottom is the love, kind of like romance section. As you can see, there's not really a lot on that one, my lovelies. We are more than packing on these 2 shelves, which I don't know if I'll actually be able to get maybe another row of books behind. I'll have to have a look. I don't think so on the hardbacks. Maybe on the softbacks. And then in here, this is our cupboard. Just got some spare waters, work jackets. This has our towels in, and then Dan's got all of his whiskies. The Hoovers live in there. But yeah, that is the cupboard under the stairs that we all kind of just deal with. And then yeah, as I say, I love this. Once the fire's going, it is honestly such a lovely little environment. And that's our living room, guys. As I say, normally have a fresh bunch of flowers.
And Shannon forgot to do an outro for this video, my lovely, so let's have the intro clip in reverse. I do hope you have enjoyed seeing the final finished house. As I say, 99%, but this is what the past year has done for it. I want to try and get one where it's side by side, but we shall see how that goes. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below, and leave us a comment. How do you think the house looks? It might not be to each and everyone's flavour, but you know what? It's to us. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!